Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of God Eater Resurrection. I'm your host, Drac. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. Now, today is going to be a special episode. I don't have any origami hunting planned, but we're probably going to go origami hunting. Today, a very special episode indeed. Today, we're going to be crafting. Today, we're going to be editing bullets. As you can see, down here, I already have a custom bullet. And I'm just going to show you. Just going to show you what this does. It does more than 500 damage. Just watch. Alright, gotta have the type B target for this one. See? That is, that's way more than I tested it previously. Huh. When I tested it previously, it only did 800 damage. Well, it's acting differently. What did I... Oh. Oh, that's why. Alright, I'm gonna go into the menu and I'm gonna show you this bullet. That's why. I switched from one homing bullet to a larger homing bullet. Alright, now what this bullet is designed to do initially, and you'll see it like this when you open it up, is this bullet was the rocket. It was the rocket bullet in the blaze element. So here we have, and I'll teach you how to build this because it's actually very easy. And originally I built a smaller version and I scaled it up to this. So you'll notice a few things here. You'll notice an initial shot and a payload to be delivered. Now, normally the basic bullets in this game just have that opening shot. But the rockets, they have an initial projectile and a payload. So this was originally this bomb down here. And you can only have up to 8 modules. That's your module limit. So you have to get really creative to do what you want to do. And I'm going to create another blaze bullet. First, I'm going to recreate this in freeze, because that's what we're hunting. We need a freeze bullet. And then I'm going to create another bullet in freeze. But the other thing I want you to notice, in the top right corner, you have oracle points needed. With each additional module you add to your bullet, it's going to increase the amount of OP you need to fire that bullet. You're essentially creating the bullet in your gun in real time. This is just telling the gun what to fire. Which, honestly, if I had a living weapon, that's how I would do it. But this is a very ingenious system. You have a lot of freedom here. And I haven't seen this system implemented in any other game. And it is so very fleshed out. If you want to know how fleshed out this is, well, follow me on our journey. And I actually don't want this to be homing, so the rocket shell freeze. Okay, we're going to edit this, and you see, exactly like I told you, that bullet started out as just this homing shot, and then a bomb. Which I'll... which you can see does more crushing damage than piercing damage. Now, the damage to the second bullet, to the previous bullet I showed you, was reduced because I made it do mainly piercing damage. And with cannons mainly have a large crushing bonus. I mainly want to use cannons, but I also need a way to get in that piercing damage, so I'm losing out on a little bit of DPS, but what are you gonna do? I want to break those parts that can only be broken with piercing damage. So I'm going to focus on piercing. It also doesn't help that most of the bullets you can put, that most of the modules you can put on a bullet that allow you to connect other bullets to them are piercing. So right off the bat, we're going to delete this. We're going to come in with a new module. We're going to come in with large. And you see this gravity-based normal? That's what we do. And you see with one, timing is everything on a bullet. And you'll see this when I make the original bullet and show you the testing. And of course, I do want to keep this episode at least 30 minutes so you're not just sitting there. So I'm not just sitting here and there's no action for upwards of an hour or two while I make this bullet. Alright. Now, I'm going to show you what this does. It's going to cancel out. Because not only is the first shot getting fired, but the second shot's getting fired out of the barrel at the same time. So they will intersect and cancel. See that error message? You gotta play with the timing. When one hits. Now, there's another module Now, I'm going to be playing around with this later, but for the most part, this is all we need. And we go with medium. Put on rotate, normal. Not with 2. When 2 hits. And now, I'm going to show you, not only can you change when a shot is fired and what it's connected to. Not a shot, a module. Not only can you change which module's connected to which, but you can also change the direction it's shot from. Now, I believe I have a 45-degree angle here, and 90 degrees here. So instead of firing straight when one hits, this is going to fire up at a 45-degree angle and rotate 90 degrees. I'll just show you how this looks. See? And this could also change depending on where the initial shot lands. And as you can see, it now does more piercing damage, which is what I want. Now, we have our 2 basic modules. I just want this to repeat. What we could do now, we could copy this. Go down to new module, then when 3 hits. We go down, copy it one more time. Wait. Okay, good. Copy this. All right, and now these are out of line. So, move. Wait, what just happened? There we go. All right, so we have a delivery mechanism to a shot, to a delivery, to a shot, to a delivery, to a shot, and all of these do damage, so they all compound. All right, we're going to copy this one last time. Another delivery, and then we're going to go with new module, because we want this to end. And if you want it to be even more expensive, but have the big blast at the end miss your allies, just in case they're right up on the origami, you can have it. You can have shots that miss your allies, but they are going to be way more expensive to shoot. Which means you need a lot saved up. Not with 7, when 7 hits. That's how this works. And nothing gets canceled out. Alright? And as you can see, some of it doesn't hit sometimes just because, well, this is the target we get. But But an origami is going to be wider, it's going to be bigger, so all of this is going to hit all of the time, for the most part. You're not going to miss the entirety of this bullet. So, save changes. Wait. And I'll go into deco shots later when I make this the second. When I make the second bullet, I'll go into deco shots. Because deco shots are going to be the delivery mechanism through which because deco shots, they miss everything. They miss allies, they miss enemies, and they make the bullet very cheap. I don't want it to be gravity based. There we go. And you could have shots that spin, long, short, point blank. I think there's even a way you can there's a way you can do this to where you can use the spinning shot in order to change the direction a connecting module is fired based on the point of impact. And maybe even sometime like you could even do curved shots. And honestly, I don't know why. I don't know why I can also do lasers. For the most part, you're not going to be connecting a laser to anything. So why would you want one? Let's just go with straight long. All right. This is going to reduce the OP needed to fire the shot, but it also gives me more controllability so that I can actually aim where it hits. Save changes. Then we go over here, change name. Let's just say that. And the only reason why this name is Homing Burst, well, that's weird. It wouldn't let me continue. That's weird. It wouldn't let me continue the name when I previously tried it over the weekend. Okay, anyway. Let's go over. Let's create a new bullet. Ooh. We have slugs. Or, you know, just bullets that act as slugs. And once you get a grip on how bullets are made, you could just delete all these. You don't have to have any of these. Really? So, let's go over, create a new bullet. And as you can see, you can create a blast bullet, a shotgun bullet, a sniper bullet. This will change the modules that are available to you. At least I think it does. It's either that or this will change the gun that the shot is available to. Now, of course, in smaller weapons like your assault weapons, your shotguns, your snipers, well, snipers and blasts are really two sides of the same coin. And so are shotguns and assault weapons. Like, ideally, I would also be making sniper weapons as well. But I'm not doing that on this playthrough. I'm just focusing on blast weapons. So we'll just focus on blast weapons. New module. And as you can see, temporary, new bullet. Alright. I have to think what I want this bullet to do. And I'm going to try a deco shot. Short deco laser into no radials. I'm looking for orbs. Not orbits, orbs. Orb stop normal. This is what I'm looking for. Not with one. Let's try it when one fades. That works. Okay? That's not going to hit an origami. And I'll show you that. Yeah, you can make the target invisible for some reason. See? The deco shot is just a delivery mechanism. In this case, it's delivering a trap. That's what I want the orb to be. And all that short? That's short. That's what I want. Okay. When one fades, all right. We're going to a new module. And we're going to do another deco shot. Deco shot spin. I don't know if I want spin. No, not spin. It would be rotate. But no, we're going to do a deco shot. Yeah, we'll have to change the timing on this so that none of our shots... Actually, none of our shots will collide with each other. And I'll show you. Because the deco lasers don't have a... Because the decoration shots don't have a hitbox, you can use multiple of them. So this bullet is actually going to look a little odd compared to our last one. Last setup we had, it was fairly straightforward. This, then that, then that, then that, then that. But this one... Right, with 2, and then when 2 fades. Alright. And then we're going to copy this 1, 2 more times. There we go. Alright. Yeah, with 2, with 2, with 2. Alright, and then we're going to make 2 more. Okay, there we go. Alright, with 2. Now, we can see that with this, the orbs are going to collide. We can see with this, it's the orbs that are going to collide, and not the deco shots. So we go with preview. Let's change the height, because I don't want the orbs to collide. See? Modules 4, 6, and 8 intersected and canceled each other. Which is why I want these to go out in different directions. So at this time, I'm not going to change the pitch or the yaw. Yeah. Um, I'm actually not. I probably said that wrong. I don't fly planes, clearly. Anyway, no, I actually want this to be straight. It's this other deco shot that I want to change. And, you know, we could see which direction it's going to fire. And the shot icon. Ah, okay. You can see we can rotate it too. But what we really want, there we go. So you could see the line represents our bullet, where it's going to fire, where it's going to fire, the direction it's going to fire when it's supposed to fire. And that's what I want to change. Now, I can't just copy paste this one. I have to do this manually because I want it to fire at the max angle. Apparently it is. It's the max angle. It's also the angle I want this to fire at. So that actually works out for us. And makes it easier on me, which means I just have to hold down the button and I get what I want. So let me show you. I want this to lay out traps for an origami to step on. That stick around for a little while. And now you can see the orbs got brighter. They weren't going away. You see that? When you have the modules to a bullet themselves, and there is a way to make this tighter. You would just have to use a rotation shot. And I might actually make a version of this that's tighter later on. But as it stands now, as you can see, modules of the same shot modules of the same shot can cancel each other out. But separate shots won't do that. So I could sit here, fire this all day. Eventually, it's going to give me this error. Force quit old bullet. So there are a number of bullets that you could have on the field at the same time. And I think that's per player. That's just so the game doesn't get bogged down. So eventually, you are going to hit a cap, and it's going to force the bullet to quit. It's going to force stop an old bullet if an old bullet is still on the field. So this is exactly what I want. It's not major damage, but this allows me to lay out a minefield, so to speak. And depending on what we're fighting next, I might just take this bullet. So we're going to save changes. And it says laser here, but this is going to go in our blast. So I want to change this icon. This bullet's name, new bullet. Okay, yeah. So we're going to change the icon real quick. And as you can see, we have a number of different icons to choose from. There's the radial icon. And I might make a bullet like that later. There's the pellet icon for the shotgun. And then there's just regular echo, heal. There really no... Alright, there's no icon for orb. So we're just going to leave it. We're just going to leave the icon. So, change name. Okay. Now then, we're going to equip this bullet. And we are going to unequip other bullets, just to make this one more available to us. And I am now going to change this icon back to what it was originally. And we can go over here, we can sort our bullets. We can equip, unequip. And we can even equip bullets to slots in this menu, but it's just easier to do it in the menu, in our start menu, in the Wolf's Den. So I want to use this in our next battle here, which is going to be not tutorial 1. That's for sure. Okay, freeze and spark weaponry is advised. Alright, the only thing we can't use our freeze bullet on is the ogre tail, because that's a fallen ogre tail. It has the freeze attribute, so it's not going to take that much damage from our bullet. This Borg Camlin, on the other hand, that's going to take some damage, right? So today I showed you the bullet creation system and how it works. So stay tuned, because tomorrow we hunt the symbol of swords. Thank you all for joining me on this special episode of God Eater Resurrection. Remember, stay safe, have fun, play your way.